One take, one take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lakers. This is NBA One Take for your head. NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live from my home. This is NBA One Take. Is it a new era? Is it a new era? Because Game 7 was a great game. But San Antonio Spurs. Spurs go Spurs. Go Spurs go. As they defeat the Oklahoma City Thunder 111-103. Victor Wembanyama is the Magic Johnson Western Conference MVP. 22 points, 7 rebounds, but very much impactful in the game. De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Julian Champagnie. That's when Julian Champagnie, he had 20. He was knocking down threes. Crazy thing with Julian Champagnie, and I had to, send this over to my sister, who's a big Sixer fan. She has very much a lot of issues with front office. That's why I said when Daryl Morey got fired, it was like a thank God moment. And I think she knows that Daryl Morey was a big disaster for the Philadelphia 76ers. So they waive Julian Champagnie to sign Mac McClung to go into the dunk contest. Wow. And then they picked him up off of waivers. That kind of incompetence. Because I remember he was playing for the Sixers. He played, here, there. But every time he came in, it was like he was doing his thing, impact, whatever. Now he's going into the NBA Finals, a very key piece in what the San Antonio Spurs is doing. And why they're going to be going to the NBA Finals against the New York Knicks. Is it a new era? Is it the era of Wemby? We don't know. Even if he does win the title, Wemby is still 22 years old. Just getting his footing. And, you have Castle. He's young, 21. Remember, he was the champion with UConn. And I'm saying to myself, man, Spurs got it. Dylan Harper, he was doing his thing. And somebody was telling me about, wow, Spurs got something. But what would they do? I said, well, they can't sign everybody. I said, well, what am I hearing about possibly moving on from Fox? I said, well, they may have to, because the possibility of you have to keep Wemby and Castle's not going nowhere. We already know that. Okay, so that's, please, even when Castle did the put back dunk in the game and he flexed on them, he's not going nowhere. All right, so Dylan Harper has so much upside, and De'Aaron Fox is a steady hand, a very steady hand veteran, and but they'll get to that. But I think I think to the most part, I think they'll keep those guys and then do integral certain things when going forward with the franchise. All right, yeah, Spurs go Spurs. Now let me get to the Oklahoma City Thunder. SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He had 35 and 9, 43 minutes. Putting in a lot of work. He got tired. He got tired. Besides him struggling most in this series, this is his first like real consistent game. And now, no Jalen Warriors, no AJ Mitchell. I understand that, right? Still, it comes on the head of your leader, right? He lost, and Mark Dagnall did everything he could, put in Case and Wallace, and he had 17. He was the only other consistent player. So now we're talking about SGA taking a fall. Obviously, yes, it's going to be on him. He's the MVP. Everyone, penciled Oklahoma City Thunder, even when it was on a quest of winning 70, getting the Warriors record. Now, we're talking about Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren was out there scared. He was scared. He took 2 shots at 4 points. That is unacceptable. Now you have all the people commenting and doing all this. They're talking about, listen, they got to move on from Chet Holmgren. He has to be traded because of what he did. You out there scared, and Wemby flushed it on you. Every time you made a move or you saw Wemby there, you passing it out. You're not being aggressive. You're not doing anything. Yeah, game five, you look good in that first half. You had 12 points, you finished with 14. You didn't really do too much in the second half, but you showed aggression. But this game, you did nothing. And you did the same thing in the finals, but luckily they had J-Dub. Sam Presti's not the one to do it unless needed to. But man. And you was all NBA third team. You gonna do that to SGA? Scared. You've heard about players being scared. No players going up against Michael Jordan, things like that. But that's because you got to defend him, guard him, whatever this and that. But you're scared. Moves got to be done. Well, SGA did say that. He said we got to get better as a team. So what was that saying? Obviously, you already know what that is. Better as a team. Come back, get better, be a better team. And then, who's out there? Giannis. The most notable one, right? I'm not going to go through everything else. But Giannis. But I don't think Giannis is going to want to be playing with SGA in Oklahoma City. It's crazy. But listen, I got the Knicks winning the title is 6. I think the way their style, everything else, and it's going to be a very consistent. I think the Spurs, they do defend, but I don't know. I think the Knicks is going to be able to take care of them at 6, and I don't think Victor Wembanyama is going to be doing what he needs to be doing. I know even with the whole Mitchell Robinson thing. Listen, I don't think that's too much of a concern. They'll be able to get it. I think they'll be able to get it done. And the Spurs win in 6 and celebrate at Madison Square Garden. And the city, yes, will burn because of it. And it'll be possibly the biggest parade in the history of New York if when the Knicks win the title. Yeah, but this is NBA One Takes, Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.